गुड आफ्टरनून. मी सुकुमारच्या डेट्रॉईटच्या रिव्हर साईड पार्कमध्ये आहे. या आठवड्यात मोदीजी आणि बायडन यांची जी मीटिंग होणार आहे आणि मोदीजींचा दौरा आहे, त्यांना वेलकम करण्याच्या प्रित्यर्थ डेट्रॉईटमधील यांनी छोटं एक गेट टुगेदर अरेंज केलेलं आहे. डेट्रॉईट रिव्हर पार्कला महाराष्ट्र मंडळाचा हा बँड आणि यातील असा हा प्रोग्राम आहे. तो ओके. महाराष्ट्र मंडळाचा बँड लोक जमा होत आहेत. अमेरिकन झेंडे, इंडियन झेंडे या मोदींच्या व्हिजिटसाठी वेलकमची क्लिपिंग बनवून सगळ्या सिटीतनं असे वेगळ्या वेगळ्या क्लिपिंग बनवून सर्व गर्दी जमलेली आहे.
of India, Narendra Modi, with goals of strengthening bilateral ties between the world's largest democracy and the world's oldest democracy. Leading democratic nations particularly excited for the state of technologies and innovation. This state visit by Prime Minister Modi is expected on pharma, vaccine diplomacy, supporting global humanitarian relief, renewable energy, and how the U.S. can leverage ties to India's 1.4 billion people, currently the most populous country in the world. Before we get a chance to our wonderful live boy band to hype the crowd up, and they've done already a amazing job.
American anthem.
Stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner get waved o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Mana अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल गंगा इंद्र हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जगति तरंगा शुभ नामे नामे तब शुभ आशीष मागे मागे तब जय गाथा जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे महाराष्ट्र मधनं
who's a community leader that serves on the board of several Indian American organizations, to say a few words on why we're here today.
Good evening, everybody. A happy Father's Day to all the fathers here. We see so many people over here on Father's Day. It shows the enthusiasm that's in the Indian community over here. We're so excited about the fact that the Prime Minister of the country, India, our spiritual motherland, is going to be here for 2 days on a state visit. It's a historic state visit. Other than Nelson Mandela and Winston Churchill, Prime Minister Narendra Modi is the only Prime Minister who will be addressing our Congress for 2 times. So it's a big privilege to all of us here. The relationship, the bilateral diplomatic relationship between the United States and India is for about 75 years now, since India got independence. It's very vital that in that South Asian region, the Indo-Pacific, there's a vibrant democracy, just like the United States, where the rule of law is supreme. It's not a dictatorship, it's a democracy by the people, for the people. So important for us that the partnership, the people-to-people partnership between the United States and India is of significance. If you look at 4 areas that we talk about shortly, we talk about trade, we talk about global warming, healthcare, we talk about counterterrorism. The partnership between the United States and India is grooming day by day. The trade between the United States and India is about $160 billion a year. If you look at the number of students from India that come to the United States, 200,000 students come each year. 200,000 students, and they invest in terms of fees about $7.5 billion into this economy. About $20 billion each year is invested by Indian companies in the United States, creating about 70,000 jobs. All these factors. So there's a vibrant relationship between India and the United States, and we as ambassadors from India, as citizens of the United States, are proud to have a wonderful Prime Minister who's pluralistic and who talks about Sabka Saath, Sabka Vikas. So everybody, the growth, the things that are happening, the progress that's happening in India is not for one community or one religion, it's for everybody. India stands for pluralism and we support pluralism. So welcome Prime Minister Modi, and thank you very much for the opportunity.
It is really very heartwarming. I'm very excited to see such a big crowd, such a large turnout, and we organized this in just a couple of days. It just shows how popular Shri Narendra Modi ji is, and we are very proud that he is the leader who is representing India. And and I don't need to stress that it is highly important that both these countries, the oldest democracy, shares a very good bilateral relationship with the largest democracy in the world. These 2 countries are the pivot for the future of the world. I will end my speech right here.
Namaste everybody. How is everybody doing? Okay, I'm going to give 2 slogans. You have to follow me. Alright? So when I say God bless, you say America. Okay. God bless! America! God bless! America! Bharat Mata ki! Jai! Bharat Mata ki! Jai! How is it, Josh? How is it, Josh? Thank you so much.
Namaskar. How are you all doing? Let's make some Detroit noise here. Look out noise.
All right. As my previous speakers have already said, this is truly a historic visit of a sitting Indian Prime Minister on a state visit to meet with the President of the United States. So welcome Shri Modi ji. If you look at continued collaboration and the growing cooperation between the 2 great democracies, a few things come to mind. We are just coming out of the COVID pandemic. US suffered great losses. India also suffered a lot of losses. But Indian science came so forward that 60% of the vaccines have been manufactured in India, not only for consumption in India, but also to be distributed around the world, helping many countries in the world. And secondly, the technological advances of India, if you look at recently, India has taken China as the most populous country, has estimate is that approximately 18% of world population are Indians, they're living in India now. But global warming, climate change is a great threat that is threatening the entire world. But if you look at the CO2 emissions or the greenhouse gas emissions, India's output is only 7% of the entire global all over the world. So all these are very important areas in which both these countries can collaborate, and we really look forward to seeing some really great announcements, great outcomes coming out of this state visit by Prime Minister Modi. Thank you for this opportunity. God bless America and Bharat Mata ki Jai.
I'll keep my comments very brief. Just last week, actually it was June 7th through 8th, I had the opportunity of representing a Michigan delegation in U.S. Capitol Hill. We had about 20 of us, and we visited offices of both sides of the aisle to talk about global relations. One of the most exciting things across the board in D.C. was particularly the U.S.-India relation. Many in our broader community, and I do a lot of work with the broader community here in Michigan, are concerned with humanitarian relief efforts, vaccines, things like that. India has been a formidable partner in those particular areas. India being now a regional power, one of the largest economies, one of the most rapidly growing economies, that puts India in the position to assist in U.S. diplomatic efforts and U.S. leadership across the globe. So that is one of the most exciting things, and there's a lot of enthusiasm for the state visit. I thank you all for coming. God bless America. God bless India.
Thank you all. Thank you all.
Indian Americans in Michigan for gathering here today to support the strengthening of bilateral relations